Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics, my name is Shelly and I'm an educator healer, and on this channel I draw from my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to offer you guidance on your life path and your academic journey if you're on one. And I am doing this recording today at the time of the energies of the new moon in Virgo, and I thought it would be a good time to consider the life path and the academic journey if it comes up, and service and how that plays into everything. So this reading is about your path of service, what that looks like, and maybe how you can use the new moon in Virgo energies to rejuvenate or kind of facilitate your way down that path wherever you're at right now. The new moon is generally a time to kind of like start anew, to get fresh energy in, maybe let go of old things and be able to be free to start in a fresh direction. It could be a slight course correction. It could be a major shift, and I guess we'll see in the readings how that goes. So here are the cards that you can choose from. For reading 1, we have The Light in You Can Lead the Way, number 46. For reading 2, we have You Came to Serve, number 23. And for reading 3, we have Carry the Torch for Others to See, Wake Up the World, number 47. So feel free to pause the video if you need to. I'm going to leave it running for a few seconds so you can tune into your intuition and see what is drawing you more. It may be more than one reading drawing you, and so that just means there's extra messages for you to receive. Hi, reading 1. So you were drawn to The Light in You Can Lead the Way, number 46. And I think it's so funny that this is all about the light, and my camera's having a hard time with the contrasting, the setting sun blazing the light here and darkening everything else. So I don't know, I just think it's really significant for your reading. I kind of want to put it right here. I don't know if that helps or not, but it looks like a figure of a face with light streaming all around, almost like a scarf or a head covering, and then the third eye is really illuminated there as well. So definitely your vision and possibly clairvoyant abilities are being emphasized in this reading. I mean, if you don't really consider yourself clairvoyant, you can consider it in the terms of like having vision for what you want to do in the world and having vision for being able to see the way forward with that. And yeah, so there's definitely leadership in ideas and beliefs, and leadership among people in your reading here. So yeah, so our reading is getting guidance on your path of service. And so it doesn't have to be that your life is fully dedicated to a path of service. It could be that how does service align to your life path and your career path, your academic path, whatever kind of comes through, we'll see that yeah, and if it's kept more general information, then that just means that you can stitch the overall energies into your specific situation, however you see that resonating. Okay, so I want to bring in the description from the book and start there and see where that leads us next. So the light in you can lead the way. All of us will have to walk through times of shadow in this world if we live long enough, but you have the power to light up even the darkest corners of your mind. You are a part of the universal light that casts out shadows, and because of this, the guardian spirits of the universe will always give you their strength when you need it. Even when your light burns low, you can turn to them, and all that is good and true will shine through your being. Day always follows night and removes the shadows of yesterday. Light up the new day for someone who needs it. So yeah, we can see already that you're here to give service to those who are going through difficult times, who are going through their own versions of darkness, and whatever difficulties you have overcome has been key to being able to provide this service to others. So that is definitely stitched into your path if you accept that. Something else that stood out to me here is the darkest corners of your mind. So you may, part of your experience may have been including like mental wellness or patterns of thought or perspectives on life or perspectives on a certain situation, something to do with mentality and thinking is a part of that service that you're providing to others. So say it is like a perspective shift that you went through in your own journey. It could be if you're on an academic journey, say that you developed a change in perspective for how to pursue your studies. Maybe you change that perspective more towards service of a particular like a broader moral goal or something like that. And it helped distract you from, focus on the grades, the more material things. That's something that you could share with others that will help alleviate them of a burden of, serving only that one frame of mind to achieve the grades. And yeah, so that was the first example that came in. So possibly you do have some academic journey that you're on. I'm going to see if there's another example coming in here. I'm weirdly getting like an arcade, like there's this place in the US called Dave and Buster's. It's like an adult arcade. Why is that coming in? So I guess if you're working in like a bar, like a place where people might come to kind of like self-medicate or alleviate whatever like darkness they're going through. It's like you have a way of being able to accept, yes, that like this is life, stuff like that happens, and people might be drawn to alcohol or to like a night out to alleviate those worries or those pressures. But it's like you can also work with that reality and add a twist to it, like adding in games, and then it becomes, there's a secondary kind of option when people come to a place like Dave and Buster's to alleviate their stress. It's through playing games. There's something very subtle about that it's like you're not telling people how to totally change their perspective. It's more like you're offering them an option for another choice, maybe like a healthier choice that can still serve them. It's very kind, very sweet. It's just, I just get this energy of offering people another choice, letting them know that there is a slightly different option they can take if they so choose in the moment that might serve them better down the road. So that's so nice. I had the feeling that I wanted to bring in a star seed oracle card into your reading, and as I pulled this, the top card from the healing oracles, healing spirit deck popped out and landed. So that's going to be in your reading too. But let me start with the star seed. There you go. So you have, deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Actually, this card came out in a recent reading. I think the last reading I posted, Here Comes the Sun. So if you were in that group, this is coming up again for you. If not, you might want to like go and see that reading and see if this popped up, because this card actually did pop up as well. I can't remember if it's the same reading or not, but yeah, these energies have been going strong. Okay, deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, I mean, that really aligns with that last example I gave of Dave and Buster's, that there is a way people might be, you might have experienced this, and others around you maybe can learn from your advice on this, that you might have been sacrificing physical healing in favor for emotional healing, or vice versa somehow. So like self-medicating would be sacrificing your physical healing to alleviate the emotional distress that's going on. You're offering people a way to balance that out better. And yeah, you can see the light here. This is definitely light. The light in you can lead the way. It is definitely your service here. I mean, look, this figure has light within her that she's generating, and it's almost like she's in a cocoon with wings, could be butterfly wings, and just really like working on that inner light so that it can generate and spread out to the world around her. Yeah. I also like feel like I want to say, you just being you and possessing this inner light and working on your own inner light is already doing the service that you came here to do on your path. And I really feel like this is kind of like a side thing that you kind of pull with you through every part of your life path. So say you're in a career, I don't know, like as a librarian or something, and yeah, you're serving people through like access to knowledge and your work there, but like this is kind of, you're always anchoring in this inner light as well. That's really important. And if you do a career shift and you start like teaching tennis, same thing. You're anchoring in the light, so it's always with you no matter what is happening in the physical. Yeah. So it's not that this is really shaping your life path. This is something held within you that you bring with you everywhere you go, and just being you, having the light within you, and in this way that you cultivate it within yourself, and it spills out. The excess kind of spills out for others to be healed from. That's definitely your service path. Okay, so let's see what this card is. Oh, I thought it really looks like the reading 3 card, the colors. See both orange. So if you were drawn to the reading 3, I really think this is guiding you there. But if not, don't worry about it. So this one is actually number 38. It is always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. Yeah, I see this, right? Not only you being able to ask for guidance since you are leading the way, it's also about something about people coming up to you and being wanting to ask you for guidance. Even like, random people that you don't know, you might have this experience where they come up to you and they ask you maybe even for directions, or or if you barely know them, maybe they're asking you for advice on something that's like unrelated to your your relationship. So say like you have a working relationship, but they might ask you for advice on like something else going on in their life. Yeah, that's because they're attracted to that inner light that you hold within you, and that's part of your service. But it's always within you to like set your boundaries with that if you're ever feeling overloaded with that. So you could also ask for guidance from your guides when you're unsure about anything that's going on there. So I want to get in some tarot cards and see how the rest of this message fills out. So can we have more guidance for our reading one, on their path of service, what they can know, what they can be guided by on that. I want to say what's ahead in the immediate future with this. So we're asking about what's just ahead for you. So you have Six of Wands, so success card. 8 of Cups reverse. And 4 of Pentacles reversed. So I'm already seeing that what's ahead for you in this immediate future of this path of service is victory and success. And it looks like, you're in your leadership position here with the other dogs kind of looking up to you. You have the vision. You know exactly where to go, where to lead the pack. And so that's the first message that came in. The second messages are that the 8 of Cups, I'm not fully clear yet on what that is, but it's like you redirected, or you're in the immediate future, you're redirecting in some way. I feel the sense that you had it in your mind to go in one direction, like say leave your situation and go in one direction. It's like you're changing mind, and you may still be leaving your current situation. I'm feeling like work specifically, it could be like school, and you're going in a different direction. It's a little bit unexpected but very exciting to you. I'm really drawn to the sun, and it's like you really got clarity. You really saw where your joy is going, and with the hummingbird here, your guide stepped in and really like helped you to see that way forward. So this is just confirmation, if you are redirecting your life in some way, that this was guided and you're in the right direction. With the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, this speaks to me about parting with some of your savings and for the purpose of investing in yourself. So this could be like investing in a physical move, like if you're leaving a job or a school, moving to another place. Yeah, if that's stressing you out and you're asking, is it kind of like frivolous to be spending this? They're kind of showing you that to think of it as an investment in yourself, and you're all good with that. Yeah, so this is coming very much in the physical world aspects. There's no major arcana here. That you have success in this new direction you've chosen. Don't worry about investing in yourself. Like, you'll recoup the funds in the future. And you're also being celebrated by your guides here for finding that clarity, for making the commitment to go in this direction, wherever it is that you're going. I want to bring in a card from this Woodland Wardens. So you have the Possum and Peony, Bashfulness. Number 28. I'm strangely feeling from this card about maybe you have an introvert nature and about protecting your energy. And that kind of came up earlier here, right here, where people might come up to you and ask for help, making sure you know the boundaries of when giving that help becomes too much for you, becomes a burden. And protecting those boundaries is pretty important for you. And definitely part of your path of service is not to self-sacrifice, but to acknowledge your limits, love and acknowledge yourself, like say as an introvert, and yeah, have no shame, like dissolving the shame around having those limitations. It's just you, it's just natural, it's human. And so kind of like alleviating the shame here, which I think you wouldn't think when you see the image. I actually always get thrown off with this image because of the peonies look so soft and then the possum looks like it's ready to attack. But yeah, intuitively I'm feeling this message for you. I just keep getting drawn to the number 28 as well. So I'm recording this in September. And so the 28th of whatever month you're watching this in feels significant. So 28th of September might be a key time where, say, you have to take a good look at yourself and your energies and what you can accept, what you can take on, and what you need to draw boundaries around. Okay, so path of service. I feel like let's get another oracle card in here. I'm already feeling this. Grounding, rooting in the power of your purpose. Number 3. That's funny that this is landing here with the 8 of Cups, which is about departing a situation. For some people, it could be that you decided not to leave that situation after all, and you're staying rooted. But for most people with that first interpretation that you are leaving a situation, yeah, this is a good move for you. You can dig roots and you can settle and start to ground yourself in that new situation you're going towards in the immediate future. Because that is going to be powerful for you towards achieving your purpose, not just in terms of service, that's a big part of it, but also for whatever aims you're going towards on your life path towards departing the situation and going to a new one. Yeah, okay, so that's your complete message. And so this is your path of service, that you are generating a light within you, and you are becoming a master of cultivating that light, so that first of all, you always take care of yourself. You have your light within you, but you're naturally generating enough for it to spill over and take care of others. So always remember to protect your boundaries, because you are that source of light in the vicinity that you're at, and it should always heal you first and then spill over into others. That's the way this particular light works. There's no shame in doing that, no pressure to self-sacrifice. It's actually, that's the way you serve, is by generating the light within yourself to heal yourself, more importantly. With this, you're like grounding, you are also grounding the light into your immediate area, your immediate community, so that it grows roots and generates itself. And other people pick up this light. It's like you're planting seeds of light. And when I say light, you can interpret that however it makes sense to you. But the immediate sense I'm feeling is kindness and compassion. Like we were talking about here, understanding and giving guidance for people navigating dark times, especially in their mental wellness, or perspectives on life. That's specifically the sort of light you can offer and that you can ground into people so that they can continue to pursue their path. Yeah, you have a lot of success in this. And that is your complete message. And I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you always for sharing your energy on this channel for me to read. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I will see you in that reading. And if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading 2. So you have in your reading the You Came to Serve card, number 23, with, it looks like, 2 angels talking to each other. I think you're one of them. Yeah, I mean, you have definitely have angel energy around you, and I would call you an earth angel. I really feel that. I wanted to say that. So I am going to definitely read the description of this and start us off with that. So you came to serve. In your life, you have come through dark times and have experienced enough to be able to choose whether to offer your gift to others. In your heart, you know that everything you have overcome has been a part of the journey that has brought you to this very moment. Your spirit guide has watched over you and is telling you that you are now ready to use your gifts and share them with the world. For everything you have come through has taught you grace and wisdom that you must share. Remember, the one who serves others is served by the highest spirit of all. So you came here to serve. That is your path of service. Very clear. It is fully a key part of your whole life path, being here on earth in this lifetime. But you have so much assistance. You are, as you're serving people here on earth and the earth energies in general, whatever your path is with that service, you are being guided and helped along and served by higher beings as well. So you're really in partnership energetically on your mission here on earth. Yeah, big part of your life path. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards, tarot and oracle, to get more clarification on what is reading two's path of service. How does it align with other aspects of their life? What is a message that they can be guided on now at this point in their path of service and their life path more generally? Anything that would be beneficial for reading two to know right now. Okay, so you are getting here the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So with this first message, it's telling me that you're at some sort of crossroads and you're not really sure which way to go ahead. You see potential in multiple options, and it's all feeling a little bit equal to you. It's hard for you to weigh one over the other. But there's a factor in here that I think you're not completely opening your eyes to, which is there is a truth within you that needs to be expressed, that needs to be spoken. And when that does come out, when you can claim it and admit it for yourself as a personal truth that you need to claim, then the path will become clearer of what you need to do. So this is kind of like the energies of you prioritizing other factors, like say external markers of success, your family expectation, societal expectation. That's what's keeping your head spinning on this path ahead, not knowing how to take the first step forward, not knowing which direction to go. Once you prioritize your inner truth, your sense of purpose, who you are, the truth of what you need to do here on earth, which you hold within you, but you haven't always been able to be in safe situations to express that externally. you're being invited now to be able to step into that, to do that. Once you do that, it's like you're claiming your path ahead. You know exactly which way to go. So I'm going to pull some more tarot cards to see if there's more guidance on you being able to do that ahead. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, Judgment in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. So this is really striking how you have so many court cards, especially in this line, and a major arcana, and it's all in the reverse. So I'm gonna weirdly start with the watch out, lovey, the candle. I'm gonna start weirdly with the Knight cards in reverse, because Knights are about action, and in reverse it's speaking to inaction or impulsive or underdeveloped action coming from a place that's ungrounded in some sort of intention. So with the Knight of Swords, so cute. So with the Knight of Swords, okay, actually no, I want to start with the Queen of Pentacles because it's informing the Knight of Swords for sure. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is talking to you likely not having prioritized your well-being in some way. It could be a physical, mental, emotional. I'm feeling the combination of the three. And that's putting you out of sorts. It's putting you out of yourself. Like it's like you're not your usual self. You're not yourself at this time. Could be an unbalance in serving others. Like you really feel this call to serve others, and you could be putting others, your service to others over yourself, to the detriment of yourself. Feel that coming in with the Queen of Pentacles. So of course that means that there's a need, right, to correct that, to start prioritizing yourself. So some of the issues that are attached to the Queen of Pentacles energy being reversed in you, let's say it is you kind of self-sacrificing to serve others, is that you can be so drained and so tired that you're put into a situation where you're out of alignment with your sense of purpose. Do you see this is an angel here? Like we said from the beginning, you're an earth angel. It's such a weird message, but it's almost like you overserved others to the point that you forgot your purpose of service. Or I think, yeah, it's like you're extending the hand so much that it's like it's not doing the service that you came here to do. It's kind of like trying to help everyone that comes into your path in any way possible. The message there is that's not the service that is in your path. You have a very specific service that you're attuned to. So it's not just like about being a servant to anyone who needs help. It's about helping people in very specific ways that you came here to do. And so when you're overextending yourself, you're out of alignment with this specific path of service. And you're both acting in these energies, impulsive sort of energies. So you may be kind of frivolous with your finances, like giving away too much money to others who need help to the detriment of yourself, thinking that's going to solve, out of a place of good-heartedness, thinking that's going to help solve their problems, but it's actually not solving anything, and it's hurting you. I mean, it's not really helping them either to learn the thing that they need to learn. And then with the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like getting snippy, getting so tired that you might start snapping at others. If not snapping, then being critical and judging others just because you're being so worn down. And then also judging yourself, like getting down on yourself for feeling not enough, or even for judging others, especially with the Judgment card. Yeah. Excuse me. Self-criticism, self-judgment, and then external criticism, external judgment of others seems to be something you're kind of mired in. And it's not like it's a personality trait or anything like that. It's more like coming back to restoring your Queen of Pentacles, restoring your Queen of Swords, prioritizing your truth, expressing yourself, prioritizing your health, taking care of yourself. These are the things, the things, the two queens that are going to put you back onto your path. And that path should feel refreshing. It should feel renewing. It should feel like you're plugged in to some kind of energy source. It shouldn't be draining you all the time. That's not what you're here for. You're not here to be depleted and drained all the time. Yeah. Let me bring in this. I think we can get some animal guidance now. Ooh, number 22 with an owl and hop, wisdom. So number 22 is a master builder number. So you're here, your path of service is really to build something that will serve others. I hope that is giving you some clarity on your next move forward, that you're not here to just like, be there for everyone all the time in the little everyday things. You're actually here to do something, some big like institution building, wisdom, to share your wisdom in some way. So if you are on an academic journey, if you're a teacher or you're a student, like becoming an expert, mastering a certain field of thought, that could be what your service is related to your work, your academic journey. I feel that some people are librarians too. That's your service. Your service is caring for the knowledge, helping to facilitate the knowledge. Maybe doing like community events in the library. Stuff like that, that's your path of service. So you're not wrong that you feel this pull to serve. But it's a very specific kind of service. It's very concentrated, and it's something that will give you joy and energize you. Yeah. Okay, so one of these. Creative consciousness healing cards. Higher self, connecting with your inner guidance, number 36. I love this. I mean, you have here connecting with an angel, right? And you being earth angel, something key with connecting with your higher self coming in there as well. So I would say, I don't know if you have a practice already for connecting with your higher self or your inner guidance, like your inner voice, however you see that. I would say look up practices or meditations that you could use to help connect you to your higher self. I personally started doing this by using visualization kind of meditations. It's very simple, like somebody just kind of like narrated a meditation to like walk through meeting your higher self and then like visualizing them, and I got a very clear visual, and that's been with me ever since, and it has strengthened my sense of inner guidance, of higher self guidance. It helps me to identify when that guidance coming in is from my higher self and what that means to my path. So that's what I'm feeling for you coming in here. Since you're on such a almost maybe a starseed type of journey, I want to pull the starseed oracle. I feel this one. Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. This is making me feel towards that message earlier about gaining perspective on what your higher purpose is in service, zooming out of the street level view of the everyday things. You're not here to like pay someone's rent. You're not here to take someone to their hospital appointment. I mean, those are all honorable things, but like there's a limit to the types of service one person can do, right? And your service, zooming out to the bigger perspective, is this institution building of some sort, however that resonates with you. And you might not even be clear or identify as an institution builder yet. But this master builder number is really calling to you. 22 is also associated with partnerships. So you might just start by connecting with partnerships. I'm seeing here this is 23. You're very near the next step. Finding that partnership to connect with. So I think you're going to see that very soon, maybe within the month, and then take that step, make the connection when you see it. I'm feeling like one more card, or maybe two. I'm not sure why. Maybe you have this one extra guidance coming in. So this is the Sacred Medicine Oracle. I'm seeing this one. Reclamation Home, number 27. Something to do with your roots and your home. Place of home, any place that you might have called home, even if maybe you're recreating your sense of home. Because like we talked about here, there's something kind of that you're breaking from. Could be societal expectations, family expectations. You might be reclaiming that sense of inner love and acceptance and value, helping you heal this Queen of Pentacles energy. If you want to stay on at the end, I'll read a bit from this card to help give more guidance if you feel like you're interested in that. And then one more card for you. I just happened to see time on the bottom of the deck. There is something very key about this moment, about the timing of now that you're stepping into in your higher purpose, your path of service. Okay, yeah, it's this one. True love. Oh my gosh, lovely. I really feel like this is true love of all the kinds of love, all sorts. And I feel like it's true love of your physical world self, true love of your angel guidance, your spirit guidance, true love of your higher self, true love of your home and your wisdom and what you offer. And then, of course, true love in your relationships as well. I also feel like true love is a part of your path of service. So it does connect back here to the institution building. Expressing, building with love, building with care. There's something very careful and soft and intentional about the way you're growing things in the world. And that is key. That is like your unique superpower. That is what's so magic about what you're building here on your path of service. And that is your complete message. I'm going to finish off by reading from the Reclamation card. So home, for so long you have searched for belonging, a space that feels like home to your spirit and heart. Separation and disconnection are a result of the flawed systems in our society, and there are times when the connection to our belonging is fractured through traumatic life, familial and ancestral events. Your desire to belong is an inherent part of this human experience. There is no shame in the journey you have been on to find a safe connection where you feel accepted and seen. Today, this card calls you home to the very land that birthed you. Feel the vibration of the trees, the scent of the plants, and the movements of the animals welcoming you back, reclaiming you as you remember the land. This space is also filled with ancestral family that nourishes you more deeply than you ever thought possible. The energy of belonging moves through the cracks and broken parts of your sacred connection, mending the layers of what has been damaged and bringing you back to wholeness. What feels like home to you? Who feels like home to you? Focus on these aspects so that the energy of belonging may settle into your bones with comfort and nourishment. Feel the open arms of spirit and your ancestors welcoming you deeper into yourself. You are seen, you are loved. Oh, and I love how that finished off with you are loved, and your whole mission and purpose is to feel that true love and to build with that true love. And I am wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you for sharing your energy always on this channel for me to read. If you are drawn to another card in that pick a card section at the beginning, I will see you in that reading, and if not, I will see you next time. Hi, reading 3. So you were drawn to this card. Carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. Big responsibilities there for your path of service. And this is number 47. So the first thing I was drawn to in the card is this orb here, where it looks like this figure is reaching for, or of course carrying this orb as a torch, and it's lighting up the crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the spiritual connection of the other beings in this scenario, right? That's kind of what the imagery is coming in. But I was seeing this more almost as a portal, and you being the first one to take that leap into the portal, even though you don't know where it leads, but you just have this trust and faith. And people seeing you go through that portal is what makes them also have trust and faith. Yeah, so this is your path of service, is that it's like you're following your faith, you're following your higher guidance. And this is kind of comforting to people, but also making them realize that there's another way to move through the world rather than measuring ourselves by, maybe our successes or our identities, our status. There's other ways to measure, or not measure, but guide ourselves through the world. There's another world to see. Yeah, so that's incredible. And so I get the feeling that you're not always, or you haven't always, maybe until this moment, been completely aware that this is your path of service. You might have framed it like, oh, I just follow my heart, or just know what I'm doing, or I'm just being curious and following my curiosity. But you're actually inspiring people to follow their curiosity, follow their heart as well. And that's really what you're here to do. Yeah, so let's get some more guidance on that. I'm feeling like I want to keep bringing in oracle cards first. Okay, it's this one. Water, experiencing the healing power of water, number 9. So this is, I've never pulled this card, but I'm feeling like it's a very spiritual energy. Water, of course, is like a spiritual and emotional connecting type of energy, and you have healing power in the way that you're able to connect to spirit and your spirituality and your emotions. It's all kind of connected together, your emotions and your spirituality. And I'm talking about spirituality because you have the number 9 here. And that is like that spiritual path type of number. like reaching some kind of enlightenment, almost reaching some kind of enlightenment. It's like you're at the veil of like the spirit world, basically. So you might be have some like intuitive abilities and even like psychic medium type abilities that you're working with here. It looks like magic, right? Like alone in your garden, kind of just playing around with your inner guidance, with your spirit guidance, with your magic that you have always possessed. I get like childlike feelings with this, like just playing around, experimenting. The adults don't understand, but you see this other world. Yeah, with the moon, I'm also feeling that like you can see this other world. It might not be like literal, like seeing ghosts, seeing spirits, but it might be more like sensing the energy of places, knowing that there's something else there, something going on there. I can share that the way that this is helping me communicate this is I didn't realize that people didn't kind of see the world the same way I did. So, say in social situations, I I'm empathic, and so I would often see kind of like more than what was said. So when people say they'll tell me something, I can also feel the impact of their emotions and also almost feel like what they want to say but that they don't say. And I just thought that that was how everyone understood communication. And then I only realized far into my adulthood that no, that's just me, that's just my abilities kind of giving me a little something extra. And so that's what I mean by another world. It is rooted in the same world, but you have something a little extra that you can see. And I think you're learning to trust that, and you're playing around with kind of the healing power of that. And I can identify with that. I'm also playing around or learning how to navigate the healing power of that extra empathic information that I receive. Knowing kind of that extra pause, that pulse after what was said, what wanted to be said, and using that to maybe like reach out and ask if people, if they want to talk further, or if, maybe kind of nudging that I'm open to talking about this certain thing in this area that I know they haven't said yet, but they feel like they want to. Something like that. You have like a healing power with that spiritual intuitive connection, and you can tell me what this is, but yeah, that's how it's coming through. It feels powerful too, and it feels like whatever you've experienced so far is just the beginning. There's much more to come. Let me get one of these too. Oh, you already have one of these. I don't know, I pulled it out, but I guess I've been called to. Life lessons again, number 18. There's your moon again. There's you under the night sky again with the moon. Okay, so I feel like I need to emphasize the lunar eclipse coming up, September 17th, 18th, and that being a key time to really tune in to what's going on around you and like take it for the bigger picture. And with the number 18, that's a double of 9, right? So it's like, it's not, yeah, it's extra spiritual lessons as much as life lessons. You're really kind of, your spiritual and your life education, your life path is really hitting some kind of key culmination moment. Oh, yeah, it's 18. Oh my gosh, it's 9/18. Do you see this? And that's when the lunar eclipse is, September 18th. Ooh, I just got chills. Yeah, so that is a powerful time. I mean, if you want to do any moon rituals, lunar eclipse rituals, you want to look up something that resonates with you, be around water. That's going to be oh, I just heard it's a very cleansing time. It's a powerful time for you to cleanse your energy, your spiritual energies. Oh, I think that you're being advised to start practicing cleansing your energy. When you help people, you absorb a lot of energy, so you probably do have empathic abilities. Using water rituals and the full moon to cleanse your energy afterward is going to be key for you to maintain harmony, maintain balance as you go through this path to keep up the torch and wake up the world. So this is powerful stuff. I mean, yes, you're working within your community, but you're also, it's having ripple effects out into the world. And even this kind of looks like the moon depiction, right? I mean, it's the same deck, but there is something key about the moon. You kind of like lighting up darkness. And very literally, like being kind of timed and in tune with the full moons or the moon cycles is coming in as your guidance here too. Yeah, so just kind of, if you're not familiar with the moon cycles, maybe just on a very basic level, getting kind of in tune with them, the new moons, the full moons, just start there and sense your energy. Also sense how you can clean your energy with the full moons. There actually are, like, people practice energy cleansing, even crystal and tarot deck cleansing with, like, say, salt water and leaving it in moonlight. Something very literal like that is coming in for your guidance. If you have like a crystal, clean it in the moonlight and salt water every once in a while. Just kind of ritualize the way that you clean out your energy, because you are kind of like picking up stuff as you go along, helping people in your path of service. I feel like it's yeah, I'm going to take from a couple other decks for sure, but I want to take your tarot cards first. What can our reading 3 group be guided by on their path of service? Oops. Any clarification on this September 18th lunar eclipse that is helpful to them specifically, and anything else in general that they can be guided by at this moment? So you're getting the Empress in reverse, the 2 of Cups in reverse, and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So this time period, the lunar eclipse, and if you're watching this in a different timeline, I would say take it as the next full moon or the next super moon or the next lunar eclipse. You can translate this advice to that wherever in the timeline you find this reading. This is going to be a key time to kind of clear out and resolve some deep soul things that come from childhood, come from your family, your ancestor line, and also come from past lives. So you might not have like always understood what happened to you and your connections, your emotional bonds in life from childhood in particular, as coming from kind of ancestral lines or past lives. But I think this is, if it hasn't yet become clear to you, I feel like for most people you have started to think along those lines, and this would be your confirmation. But if it hasn't yet become clear to you, then, sorry, I'm just getting messages right now. Then this is kind of pointing you in that direction now. So as I was pausing, I was getting drawn to the I think this is I don't know if this is a pansy flower, but I'm like reading it as a pansy, and this is I think an eagle. So the eagle, it's funny, the pansy is kind of like a forget-me-not type of flower. And I heard that phrase, forget-me-not, like something from your past life. This flower might be significant, like from a past life. Forget-me-not. Yeah, there's actually a really strong, like, I'm feeling it as like a sibling or a romantic bond, depending on, there's different people, so there's different energy. And wanting to remember each other into the afterlife, into, and I think maybe you didn't think of next lives, but wanting to stay together into the afterlife. That was where the forget me not is coming from. Wanting to stay spiritually bonded. It feels very powerful. So this is a connection that you have revisited in this life. Yeah, feeling strongly siblings, for the sibling energy coming in. And it's almost like, I want to say it this way, it's almost like the trauma and the hurt and the pain from that past life got carried into this life with that intense longing to stay connected even after death. It could have been something like somebody, like, I'm sorry if this might sound triggering, so just a trigger warning to talk about death. You can skip ahead if this is worrying you, but I'm talking about like a past life here where a sibling died very young, and it was like an incredible bond in that sibling relationship, and that spiritual bond was stayed strong and carried into this lifetime. I'm not sure if that person's like came back as your sibling in this lifetime too, or possibly another family member with the 10 of Pentacles. Possibly a parent or an aunt, like a female. Yeah, I'm feeling like somebody who takes care of others. That energy carried over. Yeah, I'm kind of out of my depth. I don't want to go too deep into that. I don't really do readings like this, but it's really coming through. I think that's enough information to work with for now, but this, yeah, incredibly strong bond that has like transcended time, transcended lifetimes. I think that you're waking up to resolving it and being able to heal that time. You feel that pain from a different timeline, by also healing the pain from your childhood of some sort. Something to do with your bonds to others. So maybe there was a broken bond. Could be with parents, could be with other siblings. But healing that also heals the past lifetime timeline as well. And that's going to be huge, and that's a part of the light, part of the torch that you're carrying for others to see, a part of the portal that you're leaping into. It feels like it's something in your life that you resigned yourself, that like, oh, this is just the way life is. It's not different. It's not going to be any different from me. And then suddenly you find a way to release it and to have something different for you. I just saw again life lessons again here. I feel like this is a life lesson that has been repeated through a couple lifetimes, and you're really getting it resolved now. That's why I feel like the 10 of Pentacles, it's referred to as an inheritance card. I think you're done with inheriting this pain and you're ready to let it go. Yeah, I'm kind of overwhelmed. This is huge. But I want to pull some more cards to feel like how this is playing out now in your path of service, and maybe things you can be guided by with that. Loyalty. 23, the Hound and Pair. Wow. So, like I was talking about here, the bonds that might have been broken, and the strong bonds of, we can say, loyalty in the past life to that sibling energy. That is your torch, that is your light, your ability to carry that strong bond with loyalty, faithfulness. That's proving to people that there is such a thing as love, like that kind of loyalty exists. That's very healing for people to see the kind of loyalty that you put into the world. People who have not experienced that and not witnessed it and just thought it was like a Disney movie, like made up, and they see that it's actually real with you. Star Nation's ancestors, 56. Yeah, this is really your ancestral inheritance. That ancestral pain that's been passed down. Are you seeing the full moon again? This is crazy. You have like a whole line of full moons here. I'm also being drawn to the water again, the healing power of the water and the full moon. I want to say, get yourself out into water. If you are near an ocean or a lake or somewhere you can be in stillness with the full moon energy. You don't have to be alone, but somewhere you can be in stillness and some quiet. I think you're going to get a message at that time. If it's not a message that hits you at that full moon time, it will kind of like, say, be downloaded at that time, and it might become more clear to you in the next days afterwards. I'll take the top card here. Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, what? See the light by staying grounded. This card underneath it, it was hard for me to separate the two, and it made me think of that bond, that inseparable bond. So I want to pull it too. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Wow. So I love that you got 2 portal doorways here. That spiritual connection, like I was saying in the beginning, is wide open. You've really kind of connected in a strong way, and it's only going to get stronger. You really have passed through some sort of portal, and you're ready to go through another portal, a deeper portal, a more universal portal. And coming back here, carrying the torch, seeding the light, those are related. So for you, carrying the torch is, in a way, like grounding yourself and letting the light kind of like be drawn into you. So it's not necessarily like you go around and you like light a torch for everyone. It's like kind of rooting yourself where you are, whether that's like literally a physical location or an identity or a kind of like field that you work in, rooting yourself there, and then like drawing the light into that vicinity of whatever you're in. That's coming in as your advice for doing your path of service with carrying the light and drawing the light in to earth as well. Cosmic Ancestor. I'm feeling confused by that, so I'm going to read the description for this. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in certain locations. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become and the less reactive humanity will be. Yeah, really speaking again to like the work that you're doing in the world as a whole. You're here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of the larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in this world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. Wow. There was something here that was like it was like kind of like tending to yourself will tend to the world. It was kind of like what we were saying here about tending to the wounds from your childhood that are still carried within you, is tending to the previous lifetime where those wounds actually were carried over from as well. Yeah, so there's ripples across not just your own life in the world, but also across your previous lives as well, and your ancestor line. I want to open up called as well. You came to Earth with a double mission. Oh my god, that's amazing. You got these two cards that speak to the same thing. The double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. Huh. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward. Yeah, that's what we said in the beginning. Trust it, leaping into that portal. For it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. Yeah, that's what I was feeling too, that you're just opening up your abilities right now. There's so much more to come. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap, and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Wow. That's similar to the Star Keeper, right? The Star Keeper was said that you might have been coming back for many lifetimes. And this one's saying that you've been training for lifetimes. So you might have been coming back to train for this moment for lifetimes. Yeah, that's so crazy. I'm like overwhelmed. I don't know how to end this reading, so I'm just going to pull one more card and see where that brings us. Let me get myself together. Okay, here. Toxic. Interesting. Toxic. It's making me look at this cup. So these bonds that are dissolving need to dissolve. It's getting to a point where I wouldn't say the bonds that need to dissolve, but more like the wounded bonding, the bonding that's based on wounded, like wounded fear-based survival attitude, like needing to survive. That's actually very toxic to this work that you need to be doing. So that's the thing that can be cleansed, right? Cleansed with the full moon and the water. There's some kind of toxicity in the bonding. It's not anyone's fault. It's just kind of comes from survival, feelings of survival and fear. And that's really releasing you to be able to enter this portal in your next stage. Yeah, and that is your complete message. I am wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, share, subscribes. Thank you always for sharing your energy so I can read on this channel. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I will see you in that reading, and if not, I will see you next time.